welcome back. Slowly start to sense your body. Bring awareness to your surroundings. Give yourself time to come back. Now let us express our gratitude. Gratitude to the universe. Gratitude to all the masters who are visible and invisible. Gratitude to all beings on this planet. Gratitude to our physical body, to self. Gratitude to Mother Nature. And gratitude to Mother Earth. Now slowly unlock your fingers and place them over eyes for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. And please have some water, friends. So, welcome back. Now, we are discussing chapter 15. Reincarnational civilizations, probabilities, and more on the multidimensional God. In this, we are discussing about civilizations. The Lumanians, they are the strongest among 3 civilizations. The first and the third, they belong to the second civilization on Earth. So there are a lot more that SETH Master has shared, and we have discussed in previous sessions, the earlier sessions. So today we'll discuss more about, we will know more about Lumanians, their communication skills, and how advanced they are. So their communication, it's like their communication included highly refined and multidimensional forms, especially through art like paintings, drawings. So their expression were superior and more interconnected than current human modes. That means they are very well advanced than us, than the present generation. So a single line, see how they draw. A single line in a drawing, so they could convey much more than a visual shape, like the actual picture. So if they see some animal around their area, around their place, their caves, so they used to draw the animal picture, the picture of that animal on their caves, so that even far information more than the actual animal. See, if there is if someone says to draw a dog or a cat, we just try to put that picture as it is. We try to draw exactly the body shape of that animal, isn't it? Only the outline of that animal. Maybe it varies much more details. Someone may draw with much more details of that animal. But here, the Lumanians, in their drawing, they used to share the information, the complete information about that animal. That means simply say, like now present days, like Wikipedia. So when we search for something, so we get picture and also the matter. So we read the text, but they are well advanced. They are highly skilled people. So in one picture itself, the whole information about the animal, so they used to put that whole information in that picture. So these people were very that means they included sound, they included the history, the emotion and meaning of that means when we see that, when not we, that means the other Lumanians. So when we when they see that picture, so they move from one place to another in the groups. Like, so when one group occupies that, one group visits that place, So they get the information of that place, including animals, the birds, and how they have evolved, so how they have spent, so what the food, everything. It means in their information is more like based on pictures and sounds also. So when they see the picture, others Romanians, they could even sense the sound of that particular animal or that whatever the information they need to share. So these people were very great synthesizers, integrating multi-layers of information into one expression. So in one expression itself, they can give more like information. So observers could automatically understand the underlying meanings, like example, the sound, the background, emotions, without needing explicit instructions. So they don't write in text forms. They're not having any specific language, though they have, but they interpret. So they put all that information in their drawings. So lines had tonal pitch and emotional values, not just visual information. So color was a language of its own. So like beautiful colors, how we express our pictures with the colors, isn't it? So they use these colors, expressing emotions and gradation, similar to how we associate meaning with personal or cultural colors expressions. So whatever we do now, but they are much advanced than us. So line spacing indicated, see their line spacing, even the line spacing indicated pauses, time, or distance, highlighting how non-verbal forms were deeply symbolic. So now we think like, no, we need to express with words. We need to like expression, or when we need to define or to explain something, so we need words. But words are like verbal communication is very like low frequency, what the masters say. Um, so uh, recently, Lord, like Balaji, we call Venkateshwara Swami. So, so he made me to experience like how it is possible, uh, it is possible to express, or it is not necessary to to speak a lot. So words must be like simplified form, and also words must we need to use like proper and like limited words. That's enough. We need not explain it in each word. We need not try to express. Of course, it's like and related, when he is explaining about a few points about karma. So then he said, even an extra word uh, carries karma. Speaking of extra word, so when I asked in detail about to explain, so he said about him, he didn't say any word, he didn't explain it. So I doubt he didn't clear with verbal, but he made me to experience a calmness. He made me to experience that yes, we can, without an extra word, speaking an extra word. So that's what, so we need to try that. Even everything, it's not in even some experiences for we can't express in words. So this is what so they are much more. So these Luminians, they color was their main language. So color was their main language, and like line spacing indicated, yeah, this is like line spacing indicated their pauses, the time, everything, the climatic conditions, the time when they draw this. So why the purpose, all the information they used to put in that pictures. Like old drawings had very deep meaning, Seth Master says. Ancient people made very detailed and stylized like drawings. So these drawings look simple, but they had a lot of meaning hidden in them. Now we see like modern art, so we interpret the painters, the artist, would say like what he or she they are saying through picture. So we interpret, but here in Lumenians, it's not interpretation. So when they see that picture, they get exact information what the painter or what the information they want to pass. So that's exact information. So Seth Master says, today's we can't fully understand them because the key to reading them is lost. So nowadays, in now generation, so even when we see their pictures, we can't get the whole information what they wanted, what they try to explain it. So some coming to the caves, so some caves in Spain, the Pyrenees and Africa were not natural, so they were built by these people, the Lumenians. So and they were occupied later on, the next civilizations, the cavemen, these people they occupied and they are known as cavemen, but actually the cavemen didn't build any caves. That's what Seth Master says. So whatever already built, so whatever it's already made, they were occupied by the next civilizations, and most of these caves were built by the Lumenians, and especially in the regions like Spain, the European countries. So these people were very skilled and they used tunnels and special building methods. And coming to again, the drawings were like signs showing animals and people in that area. So apart from this civilization, there are like other people, the native peoples who used to live in that area. So these Lumenians, they used to give even information of that people as well through pictures. So early cavemen later occupied these drawings. So actually these cavemen, so when they occupied the cave, so we think like these cavemen had drawn, but actually it's the earlier civilizations they were drawn. And better communication, it's like long ago people could imagine clear pictures in their minds just by hearing words. So their creativity and communication were stronger and more alive than ours today. So their telepathic skills, their extra abilities, so their potentials were very high. Sounds created vivid images. So certain sounds, they helped create clear images in people's mind, in Lumenians. So they could even tell the size, the shape and direction just by hearing a sound. See, just by hearing a sound, if an animal of anything, any sound, if they hear, they used to get the whole information related to that sound. So it was natural for them to close their eyes. This is very specific thing in Romanians. It was natural for them to close their eyes while talking, because they saw the images better that way. So they used to explain. So when they used to explain, they used to close their eyes when they, not to explain, just to when they speak on. So they used to close their eyes so that more than these words, more than they could see, they could imagine the pictures. Even the visuals were very strong for them. So they used to send this thought to it's like telepathy. So whoever receives the information, whoever receives this thought, the information, so they could get the exact picture in their mind, what the other person wants to share, wants to send, wants to communicate, with all the information, with all the emotions, expressions, and this thought, the others could easily connect with that thought. So they learned quickly because their learning abilities were strong. So why they learned quickly? Because they used many senses at once. Like education excited them because they took in information in a rich and multi-sensory way. That means they are very they are having mind power, their abilities, and also they use the other senses what were dormant after many generations, even now. So so what we experience in meditation is we tap those dormant senses, so which are so already we have all these abilities in us. So that's uh, generations after generations, so civilization after civilization, everything got changed. So more like people got connected to this physical reality, the proofs, uh, like words and expressions, like the physical reality, the outer reality, but got disconnected from the own self. So coming to their weakness, they struggled with facing violence or aggression. So their energy was often blocked in those areas. So they didn't feel as powerful when dealing with conflict. So the Luminians were a part of our psychic history, Seth Master says. They tried to live without violence, but their experiment was unstable and did not fully work. Their wish to avoid violence still influences us today. That means their fear, that mostly their fear, like, and also, yes, we should not encourage violence, but when something uh, when something uh, happen, when something we experience, we have to stand, we have to take our stand, we have to face it, and see, like, not in a violence, but we have to, when we have to stand on dharma, like the righteousness. So for that we need that courage. So but they lack in a little bit, they lack in that, and they're used to flee from place to place, but instead of facing their own fears. So how to deal with the fear is just to face it, just to face. So nothing fear, we know the fears are just they are not uh, they are not the truth, so they are like illusions, right? So just face the illusions, just we need wisdom. So sometimes ideas bleed through. That's what Seth Master says. So what is bleed through mean? Bleed through means when ideas or certain influences or like effects from one system or from one reality crosses over into another system or reality. That means they pass on, like from one reality to another. So like, which is why some of their ideas show up in human culture. And still, old religions occupied the idea of powerful gods from the Lumanians because people needed protection when peace didn't work. So when they are couldn't able to face that, so that's how they started. The Lumanians started uh, uh, like in like they have like idol worship, like there is like god religions. So like for protection and peace they started, so someone is there to help us. That means they do have all the powers to face this everything, but instead of tapping that, instead of facing, instead of being with that potential, so they started they started coming outward, so they started to frame gods. So a new connection is starting now. So wherever their ideas about art and communication will appear in a basic way among humans, and still see like uh, from that generations onwards, from that civilization, the concept of God as a right, and still Seth Master says, and still the humans, so they believe they believe in that the concept of religion and God, that's something that is one entity that is more powerful than us, and he is the protector, or he or she, so whoever, he is the protector. And it's like belief system, we say. That's how the belief system would emerge. So there is also a possible reality where the Lumanians actually succeeded with non-violence. So yes, in some parts they have succeeded in non-violence, So there are many probable realities and versions of you, Seth Master says. So Lumenians' influence still exists and their cities coexist with our world. So still we share that land, isn't it? So they were one of three advanced civilizations before Atlantis. We know about Atlantis, we know about caves, but they are even advanced civilizations. Advanced in sense in technology and all. So we only think that Atlantis are more having more technical skills. They are highly on technology side, but here the Lumenians, even they are much advanced than the Atlantis. So these are all about Lumenians and this chapter, friends. Next session we will discuss. We'll start a new chapters where very interesting chapter about about the probabilities and all. So yeah, thank you so much for joining. If at all you want to share anything, you can unmute yourself. Thank you. Yeah. So okay, yes, sir.
Thanks a lot, Sharada garu. Very wonderful to see that our past generations, because these are all our past generations, and to see how they used to communicate, and indeed we still see in lot of sacred sites, energy sites, their drawings, their figures. Still, these things are coming out. And when you spoke about the tunnels, how they used to create these tunnels, and then that the tunnels and the caves that we see now, even if we see in Bosnia, for example, when you were saying something as a flash that came was that it is also part of those civilizations, all those tunnels that are there. And very interesting, even Blavatsky, she speaks about Lemurians as the third of the seven root races of the humankind. So very interesting. Thanks a lot. It's really opening up each one of our way of thinking the more we connect to these wisdoms. So thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So friends, let's connect in the next session then. Have a great time. Thank you. Thank you all.